Hi, it's Tuesday the 15th of October. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening. I've just stopped to camp. I've had a few people ask me what I'm sort of eating, so I'm going to talk to you about food in a minute. But before I go anywhere, I just wanted to talk to you about the charity I'm doing the walk for, which is multiple sclerosis. My girlfriend suffers from this back home, as well as a few other friends that I know. And I'm trying to raise some money for it. Now so far I'm a little way off my target. If you're watching this on Blogspot, if you look over there, and don't look at me, look over there, over towards the right, there's a little square and it says Just Giving in the middle of it. If you click on that, it'll take you through a very simple process which means you can donate a little bit of money to the charity. If you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. As I said, I'm a little bit short of the target I wanted to raise, and when I hit that target then I'll probably just put it up anyway. So if you can spare any money at all, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, food, probably the most talked about subject on the trail, and probably my favourite subject as well. The little bit of research I did before I left suggested that a guy has to eat about 5,000 calories a day, a woman about 4,000, which is double what we'd normally eat, purely for the amount of energy we're expending. Now, I haven't got anywhere near 5,000 calories. I have lost a little bit of weight. I'm probably eating about 3,000 to 4,000, something like that. Also the heat sort of suppresses your appetite a bit as well. When we get up into the Sierras, apparently your appetite just goes straight through the ceiling, and you're constantly hungry. You've got to carry a lot more food. But I'm going to show you roughly what I sort of get through in about, this is about 5 days worth of food right here. I'm about a day into a walk. I resupplied about a day ago, so I have eaten some of this, but it's a pretty good guide. This is about 5 days worth of food, maybe 4. I'll run through it as quick as I can, because obviously I'm limited with time. There's a little bit of sugar in here. I have my tea and my coffee. Tea bags, obviously. Englishman has to have his tea bags. Powdered milk. I like this in my tea. It also means I can have milk with my cereal as well. This is my cereal. This is 2 bags of kind of like a honey bran oaty thing. I normally eat porridge, but I was getting a bit tired of it, so I've gone over to this stuff, which makes a nice change. This is hot chocolate, which I don't normally have at home, but it's really nice first thing in the morning. It's really nice in the evening as well, and there's a lot more calories in this than sugar in tea. That's kind of like the breakfast thing. This is lunch stuff here. This is pretty much a staple for me. I don't carry bread, it's too big, it's too bulky. These are flour tortillas, you can get corn ones as well. They're packed down a lot less, there's about 16 in here. I generally eat about 4 a day, which means I need a bag of about 28 in a week. Just put your fillings in and you kind of roll it up, sort of like a burrito, a taco sort of thing. Good thing about these is they're moist, they're a little bit moist as well, they're not dry, which is nice. I've got some fresh, well, it's not fresh, it's about a day old. When I leave town I like to take some veggies. I normally take a couple of avocados, a couple of bananas and a couple of apples, which I've eaten. But this is an onion, there's a red pepper in there as well. Pepper will normally last a couple of days, and the onion you should get about 4 days out of. It goes nice in the tortillas. This is a jar of, this is fantastic stuff. This is whole grain mustard with horseradish in it. It's absolutely delicious. That's really good in the tortilla. This is pepperoni. This keeps fairly well. You can also throw this in main meals in the evening as well. Cheese, surprisingly you can get 4 or 5 days out of cheese before it starts to get really rough. I put that in the tortillas as well. Evening meal. Pretty much a staple is pasta. I normally have rice. I've just gone over to pasta so I don't get fed up with rice, but it's either one of these two. I have that. One thing I do with it is just before it's done cooking I throw in a packet of soup, and that kind of thickens it up and you sort of end up with a stir fry as well. It makes it much more interesting. This is mashed potato, this is mashed potato, 2 different flavours, very easy to cook. I didn't like it at first, but it transpired I wasn't putting enough water in, so now I put more water in. It's actually, it's not dry at all. This is really nice. I think that's a garlic one, I think that's like a 3 cheese or something. This is like a Knorr Asian rice thing, again just add water to that. This is what's called ramen. You do long distance walking, you'll come across this stuff at some point. It's basically just dried noodles, and you get sort of like a sachet flavouring, and you can get like beef flavour, shrimp flavour, that sort of thing. I'm not mad on it. I usually keep it as a last resort when everything else has run out. And the rest of this stuff is just kind of snacky stuff and extras. This is beef jerky, which is basically dried beef. I love this stuff. It's a really nice way of getting beef on the trail. It doesn't go off because it's dried. I've got a bag of cookies here. These I really like. These are like Nature Valley oat bars. I have a couple of those a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Bag of peanuts. Very good protein, very good energy. I always have those. This is some parmesan, usually sprinkle it on top of a main meal. This is a foil sachet of tuna. This is good when tortillas for lunch, or you can throw it in your evening meal as well. This is something I never ever buy at home, but it's very cheap. This is about $1, which is about 70 pence. Again, I have that in tortillas, or I throw it in my evening meals. It's not the best meat in the world, but it's okay. M&M's, these ones are peanuts, again good energy, good protein, there's chocolate on the outside as well. These things don't melt, normal chocolate does, M&M's don't. These are like boiled sweets. I have a couple of these in the morning, a couple in the afternoon, especially when you're thirsty, and it just kind of helps you through the day, these things. They're not much, but you do kind of look forward to them. This is like an energy protein bar. I just keep these for emergencies. These are like sugar snap peas. Again, I've got these in town. These I'll keep for a couple of days. Just a couple of little extras on the end here. This is olive oil, very good fat. I refill this once a week, normally from a restaurant when they're not looking. Salt and pepper. This is hot sauce, which is fantastic stuff. This will spice up and liven up even the most dullest meal. It's very hot. Again, you know, if I'm in a restaurant and I ask for hot sauce, and when they're not looking, I pour a little bit in this bottle. There's a mixture of everything in here. There's like Cholula, there's Tabasco in there, Californian hot sauces, all sorts of stuff. And this stuff is called Emergency. This is, you put this in your water. You're supposed to do it every day. I only use it once every couple of days, but it basically replaces the nutrients, electrolytes, vitamins, antioxidants, that sort of thing, which you lose through sweat. If you just drank water every day, you lose so much salt and electrolytes that you just start to get all sorts of problems. So I usually carry a load of these. I have one every couple of days, that sort of thing. That's it. That's pretty much what I have in about. That's about 4 days worth of food there, 5 days, something like that. I'll be hopefully doing some cooking stuff and equipment, which some people have asked me about as well, in the coming weeks. That's about it. Hope you're enjoying the blog. Don't forget to stay tuned. And Sherry Carmen, I miss you like crazy. Bye.